Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Finally kicking off the new season. This is going to be the first review I've done for the, I want to say, fall 2016 season. And honestly, I kind of regret this is my first review of the fall 2016 season. But what we're looking at today is episode 1 of Bloodivores, or Bloodivores. I'm going to say Bloodivores, I think is technically the correct term for it, but I could be wrong. Now, Bloodivores, if you haven't heard about it, is actually by creators Impact, that's the studio. They are known for usually doing shorter shows, like shows that only last 8 to 12 minute type shows, and also typically do not do stuff that's full length shows. This is actually a full length show. It's gonna be 12 episodes, I believe. It will be each episode being 23 minutes long, around that roughly. Now, I anticipate Bloodivores could go either very positively or very negatively. I heard very little about it before this. I know it's a Chinese/Japanese animation story, and so because, like, for example, the main character's name, I believe, is Milu, and these are typically kind of worrisome concepts for me, because I hate to say it, like the last season we had the Outcast, and I wasn't a big fan of that show. I thought it was like meh overall, but this was pretty bad. I watched this with one of my friends, and this was really bad. I did not enjoy this whatsoever. Honestly, I'll put it right out there, guys and girls. If you want me to keep doing reviews of this, please show me some love with these videos, because otherwise I will drop this probably within like the first couple episodes. Anyways, though, Bloodivores is at least the beginning part is kind of interesting, where we see our main character Milu, who apparently it looks like he's on the run from several dozen cop cars, which, by the way, is right where you notice the biggest problem with the show. It looks like horrible CGI/animation. I have not seen animation like this in a while, it looks like, and it's like, this is 2016. This is not okay to do. I mean, the character design's not that bad. They're unique, but animation art-wise, it's like very hit or miss. Now, we do find out, though, that we have these things called Bloodivores. Now, not much has been released information-wise about them, but apparently 30 years ago in the current era, there's a drug that came out, a kind of experimental pill that when people took it for, I guess, a cure to some kind of disease, ended up becoming a hybrid of a person who is like a vampire and also a human. So that's what I guess these characters are. Now, we do learn that these characters are main characters right here. This is I believe his name is I think his name's Li Shin, I believe. Him with two other people, we have Anji and Lo Yao, are actually bank robbers, it looks like. They are robbing a bank currently in the first episode, and we can see that apparently they are pretty good at their job. I mean, they run it pretty well. It looks like Milu is the brains behind a lot of the stuff, because he's the one that does all the hacking stuff and stuff like that. But as they're going through it, they're trying to get away, because they're running out of time, of course, as with any heist goes and stuff like that. And it goes back full swing to the beginning part of this, where they were running from the cops. So we learn a little bit about that. We also learn one other interesting thing is about their bracelets that they wear around their neck, if you can see it there, which apparently these are GPS devices. So, when I guess they haven't explained too much about it. They're called DGPS or something like that. But apparently it looks like when they lose control or kind of go out of control, so if they become like vampiric in any form, that's when that thing activates. I'm gonna say right now. I mean, it looked like the scene where Anji's bracelet went off. Didn't look like she was losing control. It looks like she was just in a mostly distraught state. But I don't know. But anyways, it doesn't end well for them. They get kidnapped. They get captured, by the police right away, and they get sent on trial, which is very interesting, because all of a sudden they learn that they're kind of being, I guess, framed for something, because we see that there are pictures showing 15 or so of people that have been killed by these people. It's like, we haven't killed anyone. We never shot a single bullet at anyone. And apparently all the guns that did have actual ammo had no real bullets, so they were all blanks and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, whatever. Now, I want to show this scene also, because this is when the verdict is that they are guilty and they are sentenced to death. Look at this animation. Like, I'm going to say right now, this animation, doesn't look very good. His face, by the way, from far away is terrible. But even more so, it's just overall, like, the backgrounds and everything else of the show are very, very piss poor. I mean, like, did not like it too much. I'll say that right now. And then we have Milu actually going to what looks like, a detention cell of some sort, and meeting what I can only presume is his father. And his father's talking about him and his mother, and he goes, "Did you find her?" or whatever. It's like, I didn't. At this point, I started kind of checking out of this episode, because it's just stuff's being thrown at you. why should I care? What do I care about this character? What's going on? What is happening here? You know, the only interesting part of the episode was with the very end, with the credits rolling, where we see several characters come in, and then they're all from the agency of sorts, the BST they're called, I think of the show, and they shoot everyone inside the van, which is all the main characters. Now, I would have felt this episode would have ended perfectly if they had, shown this and then kind of just end the episode, because then you're like, wait, did our cast of characters just die? Oh shit! But no, then they show a trailer, so clearly everyone's still alive. So it's like, why? Why would you do it? I'll just say right now, I'm not saying this is the worst thing of the season yet, because the season just started. Of course, it's not even fair to do that. But honestly, if I want to keep reviewing this, it's gonna be entirely up to you guys and girls. So tell me if you want me to keep reviewing this. As always, if you enjoyed these reviews, please put a like, subscribe, share the video, the whole nine. Bloodivores. This is something else. This show. I'll say that right now. Anyways, have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.